23. How is everybody this fine evening? I can't hear you.
Hey, Councilman, how's everybody doing? This is Jane.
Jane?
Hey,
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
going on?
Hey.
My sister says, hey, Councilman.
So, you know what I mean? All right, I love the rap right there. Yes, indeed. And so y'all, I'm about to break up this little monotony right here. Like, come on, y'all gotta get it's Monday. We woke up today, and so we're gonna be coming out with a HOA roll call as soon as we finalize it, and I'm gonna need everybody to participate. Like when I shout out, you know what I mean, y'all subdivision. Roll call. So coming soon though. But how was everybody's weekend?
Good.
All right. And today I have the distinct pleasure of having one of our longest serving council members, the original, the one and only, the no carbon copy, Miss Carmalitha Gumbs. And she's the lady from the 2nd district of this city of South Fulton. And so as I'd like you to hear about all who represents you, and she does such a great job, and she does it with class and dignity. And I always appreciate her for that. But no further ado, as I'm gonna let her get on and tell you about her and all what she has done and planning to do. Sister Gumbs, you have the microphone.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you, Councilmember Reeves. He is definitely a riot. When I tell you, you all have somebody that represents and will fight for you all, Councilman Reeves is definitely the one. So I thank you all for the opportunity this evening to come and address you. I'm really dressed down, so if we want to just have a casual conversation, I'm fine with that. I guess we're going to be talking question and answer, but just to tell you a little bit about myself, I am the council member for the 2nd district, as Councilmember Reeves said. I came along when the city first formed in 2017, ran for re-election, and decided to serve another term for this beautiful city that we all live in and love. And I don't know if you all are familiar where District 2 is, but if I can kind of give you an idea, it is Butner Road, Camp Creek, Old Fairburn, Camp Creek, Cascade Palmetto area. It's one of the biggest districts next to District 4. Also too, one of the areas that have a lot of land that's not developed. So a lot of our energy, we have very little commercial district over here. If you're familiar with St. James Live, Infinity Lounge, the Herbal Tea Shop, all of that is over here in the district. You probably hear about me fussing about the horses that get loose. We have bulls that try to run down on Button Road. So it's a mix of urban meets country and all that other stuff. But it is a really great area over here. But I do encourage you all to come by. If some of you, I know Councilmember Reeves loves to have a good cigar. We have Stanley Cigar Lounge that's over here as well. That seems to be very popular as well. Yes. So I also, other than just being on council, I do work a full-time job. I am a director of community affairs for Clover Health. I am a senior advocate. I have been in this field and space for about 25 years now. I know I don't look like I'm over 25. I'm just teasing. But I have been, and I love seniors. That is my heart. And a lot of stuff that I do, I focus on senior health and providing resources to the community. And that's what I do on a day-to-day, and I love it. So other than that, I want to see the city thrive. I continue to promote the city in the most positive ways. I want to make sure that we all get the things that we want and desire and need in the city. And that's very important to me. I will advocate for the best, so we don't have to travel all the way to North Fulton, or we don't necessarily get jealous seeing all of the things that are happening in other cities and not happening in ours. So that is my biggest thing. I believe in the constituents' voices, even though sometimes as a council member, we have to make tough decisions. You know, whether or not you want to see change, sometimes change has to inevitably happen. So, you know, every decision that we make is not always going to be the positive one, or the one that you desire, but we all work in the best interest of the city. So I do want to make sure that you all know that. So we're not just working in just our own little silos, District 1 or District 2. Every decision that we make is in the best interest of all of the residents that we serve in the city of South Fulton. Some great things are definitely happening in the city. As I mentioned, we are growing by leaps and bounds. I know that we are a city over 108,000 residents, that we have grown extremely fast. We've had some recent redistricting because of the growth. I know District 2 had about 17,000 residents that actually live just in our district. Which is quite a lot. So I had to, you know, give up some of my residents to some of the surrounding districts, District 3, District 1, and District 4. But we still were able to try to make sure that we have some type of equal representation to all of the people that we serve. We have a wonderful project that is actually about to start. And just so you can kind of get an idea, District 2 is mainly residential. We are a bedroom community. I have plenty of residents here and lots of subdivision. I think we have over 40 or so subdivisions that are just in District 2. And we are looking for some commercial base. So we do have a big project that's coming up. It's called the Westwood Project. I don't know if many of you subscribe to my newsletters or have attended some of my town halls, but we had just recently a town hall on the Westwood Project. That is the name that we've given. It is similar to the Avalon Project that is up in Avalon, where you have mixed use development, apartments, you have some condos. You'll also have townhomes. You'll also have a grocery store, also 2 custom homes as well, all along the Chattahoochee River. So that is exciting. We started off calling it the Riverfront Project, but that is where we are hoping that we'll either land our town center, of course, but that is where it is a very, very big project, and we're super excited about it. I tell people, if you are looking to buy a new home and you want to get in on it before the prices skyrocket, if you want to live on the river, take a look at our Westwood project that will be in South Fulton. So that is coming along very nicely, and there will be more to come on that as well. District 2, we have a new state-of-the-art fire training station that is coming to the Cascade Palmetto area. This will be our fire station headquarters that will be in District 2. We don't have a fire station as of now, but this will be, the city purchased their first piece of land off of Cascade Palmetto, and they will be building, you know, this state-of-the-art fire training center. And we will be having a town hall on February the 9th, where we will be releasing, along with the fire department, the renderings for that fantabulous fire training center. That will actually be at Wolf Creek Library on February 9th at 6 p.m. And we will also live stream that as well. So that will be exciting. Residents have had a great opportunity to have input, especially the neighboring subdivisions where the fire station is going. So they have had the opportunity to really just share in all of that. As you know, Wolf Creek Amphitheater is slated to open very soon. Hopefully by the summer, we will be having concerts. Right now, we are in the process of going through the RFP for a concert promoter. They actually just recently had They're meeting to just kind of discuss with all of those people that have applied before the closing date. So that application will be on the streets for about another 15 to 20 days. But that is what we're doing as far as trying to get a hold on to Wolf Creek Amphitheater and start getting some revenue back into our city. So, and then also to making sure that the residents are, you know, enjoying their quality of life again by having concerts on the lawn in the summer. So that is coming along nicely. Also, too, if you all are familiar with Wolf Creek Golf Course, Wolf Creek Golf Course is actually going through some renovations. They're putting a full service restaurant inside of Wolf Creek Golf Course. They're also adding some bays so it can be similar to the Top Golf experience. They have also began starting to request their land and service permit to go ahead and do those renovations as well. So Wolf Creek Golf Course will also be kind of like our own little Top Golf in the area, so people can start coming and really enjoying the golf course. If you want to come and get a nice drink, or you'll be able to have dinner with your wife or whoever you want to bring, they will be having that available. So we're looking to have that done by next spring. And then we have, you know, just regular developments, nice housing developments that are coming along. So the city is extremely busy. We ask that, you know, the residents bear patience with us. We are going through some transformations as far as with our planning department and with our staff. You know, with this day and age in local government, it pretty much we're trying to do everything on not necessarily a shoestring budget, but limited staff. So it's hard to find people to work these day and age ever since the pandemic. So, you know, there are challenges there, but we are trying to get the work done. Other than that, again, we have lots and lots of things that are always happening. As I mentioned, the February 9th town hall that's coming up. Also, too, we will be having our senior day, sweetheart day party. We started that back in the pandemic with Councilwoman Rao and myself, and we are bringing it back. It will be what is that? February 14th on Valentine's Day at 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. over in Enid Rand. So we're inviting all seniors from across the city to come listen to some great music, have some good food. And as I mentioned in the council meeting the other day, if you're looking for a new boo, a new friend, you want to have some fun, just come and and have a good time with us at the Senior Sweetheart Day Party. We're going to be celebrating our seniors for the month of love. What else can I tell them, Corey? I'm trying to remember everything else.
Well, I just, you know, stopped when I heard, you know, the whole Wolf Creek update, Wolf Creek Golf Course, that is. I'm just saying, because see, I love playing golf. I love hosting tournaments there. So, you know, that's one of the things that I look forward to. But I think you pretty much covered it. And so
Yeah.
as I can't wait till these concerts happen at Wolf Creek Amphitheater. And then, you know, as supportiveness is we could support concerts all over the city as they can just roll right on in. But I think that is something that is needed. This community has been asking for it. And what's going on with Wolf Creek? So thank you for sharing that knowledge. And so I just look forward to the first concert, as it will be about time, right?
I think we all are looking forward to it. As you know, the city of South Fulton is slowly but surely becoming a city of destination. So people are wanting to come to our city. We have so much going on. And I can't wait to see the continued progress that we continue to do. But this is a city of destination. People are going to start coming to South Fulton, not just for concerts, not for just, you know, parties, but being able to find this place, a nice place to work, live, and play all day long. So
absolutely. And I'm coming out Valentine's Day for sure from 11 to 3. I'm
wear
coming to get
your
my
red
plate.
suit. I want
I'm
you to
coming
wear
to get my
red
plate,
suit.
number one. But let me tell you this. If anybody has an opportunity to get out to the Enid Ranch, very, very lovely venue.
It is.
They have done so much and they're going to do so many great things. family reunions. I'm talking about they have the gamuts, full gamuts. We even thinking about having the Camelot retreat out there so that, we can have, get on one accord. So get people outside, get the people to the other side of our ecosystem and realize we might be 7 districts, but we are one city and you are a part of it. And so, and this is our distinguished lady from the 2nd district. So please, if you have any questions for her, now is the time.
Oh, and just 2 more things. Of course, you all know that I am a very big advocate on recycling, limiting plastic, and also to eliminating litter within the city. On Saturday, February the 4th, we will be having our plastic-free Saturday where we will be going to Wayfield's grocery store and giving out the reusable bags for groceries. Of course, we have a couple of, these will be City of South Fulton branded bags, but we're encouraging residents to use these reusable bags when they're going to shop, so they don't have to take the plastic home. And one of the things that we will be doing is going around to other grocery stores on Saturdays and doing the same thing. So you'll catch us at the Publix, you're on 92, you'll catch us at the Publix at Campbellton, Kroger, and everywhere else. So we want to encourage residents to begin recycling, to really focus on our environment and sustainability. And also too, as you know, with litter, we have increased the fines. We are beginning to make sure that these cameras are placed strategically so we can cite and make sure that people are being cited for littering. What we have found out is that our city is a cut through. Of course, you know that we are connected to so many different cities. So one of the things that we are finding out that it's a lot of our residents that are not the ones that are actually littering, but these are people that are passing through our city. So we are looking to try to figure out more additional ways to increase penalties for those who continue to litter and disrespect our city. But other than that, I think those were the 2 key updates that I wanted to make sure about plastic. We are looking to do some more legislation around that as well. As also mentioned, I am a very big advocate for health, women's rights. So you'll see some legislation coming through very soon. Also too, and lastly, Earth Day. Earth Day was my baby. It looks like everybody now has caught on to Earth Day in the city of South Fulton, but I do want residents to know that we will be having the first Earth Day parade in the city of South Fulton on April the 22nd off of Old National Highway. I am pulling all of the other council members in as well, but we will be having a Earth Day celebration where our schools are involved, and they will also be having little workshop tables. We will continue to tell everyone how to really focus on doing different Earth Day activities and how to love the dirt. I'm not a dirt person, but evidently it's a thing. But clearly we want to make sure that we're doing whatever we can to preserve the earth. So I'm excited about that. And that is in partnership with Kendall, who is our own little baby Black farmer here in the city of South Fulton. All right.
Well, I tell you this. Hold on, wait, Sister Gumbs, let me say, I got it. Because the good Lord, he's not making no more soil now. He's no more dirt being made, okay? It's just getting moved over. But I would say this, and say that location where that parade gonna be again one more time.
So the parade will be off of Old National Highway. We will probably start at the Walmart. We're getting some renderings that is similar to what we did for the census parade. So looking back at the census parade, so the starting location will be at the Walmart, and then we'll have the workshop and everybody will stop at Grown Folks.
Well, let me just say this, and come on back to Grown Folks. But when the parade is over and double down, come on back down to Burdette Park, where we will be having the first ever Vegan Fest. And so as a tied in, because all out there on Earth Day, so as
vegan or bacon? Did you say vegan or bacon?
Okay, the vegan.
Oh, I was ready for bacon though. I like bacon.
Hold on, hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Vegan Fest. So
vegan Did you say vegan or
Okay,
V?
okay. V is in
Oh,
Victor.
vegan. Oh, dang. Okay.
Vegan. Vegan. Here's my
I
vegan.
didn't know what you were saying either, so I'm glad we clarified that.
Right. Vegan. Okay.
Got it.
So, right. And that'll be the first ever. Two first on one street, major corridor. Awesome. Coming from the 625. I'll just tell you, that's a powerful combination. And then, so we're going to wrap it all in because this year we are looking to, last year we gave away the trees. This year we're looking at giving away the fruit trees. And so we're working on that now. So this is awesome news. Great.
Love it, love
Y'all
it.
heard it here first. This is breaking. So Dr. Gumbs, I'll tell you like this, I appreciate all you do. So we can expect to see you on your plastic recycling day down at the Kirkland Old National. So if
Yes.
we want to meet you in person, give us the time so we can tell people when we can just highlight, come on, meet the infamous Carmalitha Gumbs.
Well, as soon as we see how well this one goes at Wakefield's, I am still working on the schedule. I will definitely pull you in, council members, so we can make sure that you're there and your residents come out to get those pretty recyclable bags from the city of South Fulton.
Absolutely. But even if I'm not there, we're going to make their presence there.
Absolutely.
So as we just need to know the time and the date, and so we can broadcast it. And as we do the roll call. Absolutely, I love it. Go ahead, people. This is your time to ask questions.
Councilman Reed, Jane Williams,
ma'am.
how are you?
Hey, Jane.
Hey, Councilman Gumbs, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I just want to say congratulations on the different projects you have, from the Westwood to the fire station. So with the Westwood, do you know the price range yet of those homes?
Well, what they're doing, they are trying to make sure that the price ranges will meet a lot of everyone's needs. So it won't be to where, it'll be astronomical where we cannot have people that will be able to afford it. Now, the custom homes probably on the river, I probably won't be able to afford them, but they will make sure that there is, how do they explain it? That is equitable across the board, that there will be homes that will fit everyone there. So usually when they talked about the custom homes can range from anywhere from about 650 to $1 million on the river. I think the townhomes were anywhere from about maybe the 3 to 4. And then also to the apartments will be luxury apartments. So I think that would be the regular average market rate.
Okay, great. And the Wolf Creek Amphitheater, that belongs to us now, the city of South Fulton? Have the hands been changed?
It does. So when people say, oh, well, we have a lease to do whatever we want at Wolf Creek Amphitheater. So that is ours. We need to act like it's ours. So that's why we're moving in the direction of taking care of all of the repairs and doing things. We actually just approved, I think we approved $260,000 to pay for new curtains, to pay for some paintings to the stage and the LED televisions, because a lot of that has been dormant and in disrepair for quite some time. We, as taxpayers, have spent quite a bit of money on Wolf Creek Amphitheater, so we don't want it to become a graveyard. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we're using it, but it is ours, so we are leased to do whatever we want to do with it.
Oh, okay, because you
Only thing, we just can't build on it because the county is acting always acting funny. I hope it ain't no county officials on here, but hey.
Okay, well.
And somebody asked about the sound system. Yes, the sound system was also included in that as well.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ms. Simmons, you have a question?
I think Chandra has a question. I saw her hand up.
Yes. Hi, Dr. Gumbs. Thank you for.
I am not a doctor.
You're not? I thought you were. Well,
no,
hey, I'm bigging you up anyway. Well, thank you for being on the call this evening. I really perked up when you were talking about the Earth Day parade and dirt. I am a dirt lover. I'm a gardener. I'm a farmer. So my question to you is, partnerships with various in the greater Atlanta area that are promoters and livers of sustainability and working the land, protecting and taking care of the land.
Well, definitely we have some partners, but if you have some additional partners you want to bring on, especially a vendor, I can definitely connect you with Ursula, who's Kendall's mom, who's actually putting everything together. I know once we start this first Earth Day parade, that other individuals throughout the city of Atlanta, and it is in partnership with EPA as well. EPD, wait a minute, what's the environmental one? The environmental. So I definitely think we'll have some copycats, but I am more than willing to give you Ursula's information and you all can partner on that as well. We do need some help on that aspect as well. So if you're willing to volunteer and help us and bring some great vendors in so they can also showcase what they have to offer as a resource, I would love that.
I absolutely am up for the challenge and would like to offer assistance where I can. You and I can discuss that. If you would, Mr. Miko, could you get my email address and telephone number to Councilwoman, please?
Yes, I'll make sure I connect the two of you after this meeting, and she's being very humble. Councilwoman Gumbs, she has one of the few aquaponics systems in South Fulton or on the South Side. So she can teach people about aquaponics.
You put me on the spot.
Yes. Get it. Let me tell you something. I went and picked my greens and cleaned them and cooked them. And so also, Sister Carmen, if you know any funding who we can restore this, because that little frost kind of destroyed her crops. So I've been trying to find funding to replace that. We lost out on the ARC grant, but I know that there's some bandwidth there that we can make sure we get that restored back, because big plans for rooted affirmations.
Well, definitely just let me know where I can hop in and help, make phone calls and do whatever. And we can get everything going and I'll do my best to help.
We're just asking for $20,000. That's gonna get us started. If you can get us more, great. And so but no, very specific. We have to be very specific, because what she already put into it on her own. And I know that there's somewhere in the agricultural farm, there's somewhere where there is disaster relief. That's a small amount compared to the greater number that people need. But this is right here in our community. And so I'm dedicated to finding this somewhere, because I know they have it. And so, yeah, let's work on that. And that'll be awesome.
Brother Reeves, Emmanuel Rainey here, if you don't mind. There are...
we got Dr. Rainey on the call. Hold on. Go ahead, brother.
No, but Sister Gumbs, in order for you to get those funds for your aquaponics system, I have one down in Peachtree City.
Please tell us about that, Mr. Rainey.
No,
expand upon that. So you just can't come drop it and then not expand upon it, because we need that to be expanded upon, because there's a reason why I'm asking.
Okay, well, I'm currently connected to an aquaponics system that is down in Peachtree City. We may want to take a visit down there one day, Sister Gumbs. If you would like, meet me down there one day. It's called Arlo Farms, ARLO Farms.
Arlo Farms, okay.
Off Highway 74 in Peachtree City. Pretty big facilities, about the size of your average recreation facility. So it'll be continuous, about the size of Welcome All, to be honest with you. It's pretty good size. We do tilapia, we do all of the lettuces, the butter leaf lettuce, the rosemary, the basil. It's two farms in one. Of course, we use the tilapia as a farming method as well. But your disaster relief will come from the Farm Bureau down in Pike County. That is the area that serves us, this area that you could possibly get funding with, and have those people come out, and they have those are your resources for those fundings.
All right. Well, it sounds like you got a field trip, Councilmember Reeves. Let's go down there and see what they got going on.
That's not a problem.
I'm just waiting on the date that Mr. Rainey say. So look at this. Him providing the van with Old National Merchants Association. Look at it. We ready.
Oh, that sounds fun.
We ready.
Y'all don't need a van for Old National Merchant. You can ride down to Peachtree City. That's not an issue.
Hey,
But,
I
we-
want to join. I want to join the fun too. This is Chandra, sir. I did not catch your name. I'm currently driving home from work right now. So could you
Lord have mercy.
restate your name for me, please? Because
Yeah.
I too am interested, and I want to
Okay, ma'am.
invite you to mine.
Yes, ma'am, please. My name is Emmanuel Rainey. I'm with the Old National Merchants Association.
he's the president.
Right.
Right. And so Chandra, you already know this was
Yes.
included out there for you to make this happen. So as we are looking for all the resources, as I literally picked from the garden right here, and so we partook in the food. And so it's just, I'm just telling you, it's different, it's lovely, it's fresh.
Right.
And anyway, so that's a good collaborative
No,
effort.
it's totally different. Aquaponics, especially the way we do it, it's totally different. It will change the way you eat lettuce. You will not buy lettuce from the store anymore once you taste it from an aquaponics farm.
And our educational piece is the difference between aquaponics and hydroponics.
Oh,
Yeah.
very much so.
Two different things.
Two totally different things. Right.
Totally different.
So,
So I love that we talking fresh on here. See, Sister Gumbs, what you started, you got it with the march, and we're gonna keep marching out there for justice, out there for agricultural justice, and
right.
a lot of
I was
agribusiness
listening. That's why
farming
I'm muted. Put my picture up here. So let me give some current factual information. I know how we do about hearsay, so I want to give the factual information. So
Love it.
we hear, let me just say here, when we come on Monday night, we come with the straight truth as it
I
is,
got
not
you.
how we
No.
perceive it.
Stop right there. Stop. I'm not in there, Sister Gumbs. You hear me, don't you? I ain't in it.
Hear you. Somebody asked if we can do a 5K at Wolf Creek. I think
The
it's
Divine Nine do one already, right?
Natasha. Yes, the Divine Nine does one, but you definitely can do your own 5K at Wolf Creek Amphitheater. The route is easy. You just got to go in, get a permit, and work with our officers to make sure that the route is secure. So if you are wanting to set up a route, just get with Councilmember Reeves, and you all can have your own 5K.
Now let me say this to the Gumbs. Is that 5K certified?
I don't know.
Okay, because no. Okay, so if it's not, let's see if we can work on getting that certified, because that would
Which
mean we
one?
have
You
two
talking about the
5Ks,
Divine
the Divine Nine, but we also have the Old National Merchants 5K in September.
It's certified.
That is a certified race.
It is
So we
certified.
want two certified races, so people qualify, use those as qualifiers, like for the Peachtree
Right.
Road race, so you can get more
gotcha.
input and they put it out, on a wider
Right.
bandwidth network.
It's not much to get it certified either. So just to put that out there.
I'm pretty sure. I think the Divine Nine race is certified too.
I'm almost positive it is as well.
So Natasha, I look forward to seeing it. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, let's do it. And so that's what I'm talking about. Is, I'm looking for the dates, and I get out there and walk with you. Well, I walk 5K, but
Well,
awesome.
Councilmember Reeves, I don't know. You have a few other questions. Anyone else has any other questions for me? Just let me know. I'll stay on for a little bit, but I think you have some other residents that are asking questions about the district.
Before he answers, we do have the Girl Scouts over here at Burdette Gym, who is one of the few that are certified. Do you want to tell them about that, Councilman Reeves, that may be able to participate with you on Earth Day?
Well, that's all part of the typing into the Vegan Fest. We're gonna tie all of this in. So there's people do litter cleanups, and we started litter cleanups, and so because I'm an environmentalist, and so it's like we started that, but I wanted to also focus on our streams because there's a whole Adopt a Stream program, and the Burdette tributary, the Bethesda tributary, that is our drinking water, and so they have a need to clean up as well, and so Girl Scouts hashtag Troop 3802 has been awesome because all their girls certified, all of them passed their exams. So when you look at the water quality report Fulton County puts out, when it comes to this area, they had a direct influence on those numbers as they tested the water. But each one of them girls did get something they didn't realize, but all of them have a pathway to entrepreneurship because they can literally charge anybody to test their water because they are qualified and certified. And so as they're doing this on the project, and then they're expanding because they're getting ready to come in here and deal with this water issue we have. Okay, y'all see that? We are at Camelot. We are live on scene, people. And so that is one of the things that they are going to be coming and doing. So yeah, so we can see how we can tie it in. Sister Gumbs, I'm sure you wouldn't mind, let's tie all those events in, because it's a whole day. As that just worked out perfectly, because I'm a big Earth Day person. We usually have an environmental justice seminar with that, but we're going to postpone that this year. And so I look forward to it. It's going to be a day of events. And get this, people, it's right here in our ecosystem. And I will say tying a 5K to that, but not, we'll just do that another day, Earth Run. But who's coming?
Councilman, I'm sorry, this Jane again.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Hey, Jane, again.
hey, so I'm big on recycling and sustainability as well. But now, does the city of South Fulton have any recycling centers or anything like that where people can go and recycle their bottles or their cans, aluminum or stuff like that?
Well, what we do have is we have a recycle your books. We have a recycle your books for February and March that you can take to the fire station, Burdette Gym, and Welcome Park. But in the recycling centers, if you're speaking of the example like they have, if you go into College Park around that curve, we do not have that as of yet. Do we plan on having it? Absolutely. And if you want to know more about that, just go look to our website, cityofsouthfulton.com, and click the sanitation update and find out any update on that, because it will fall under that program.
But also, as of right now, you can take your things to Merck Road. You can Merck Road recycle.
Yeah, you have to pay for that, right?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Yeah, you have to pay when you go over there.
No, there's no charge for the recycling. So,
oh, really?
Newspapers, magazines, office paper, phone books, mixed paper, cardboard, no plastic wrapper, styrofoam, aluminum, steel, tin, plastic bottles, computers, desktops, laptops, automobile and equipment batteries, and used automobile oil and cooking oil. So those are a list of materials that you can take to be recycled at
okay, because I just sent someone over there. I found that on the internet.
Now, to dispose of your trash, there's definitely a charge for that.
Right. That's what I sent somebody over there for. But then I found out that they had all these other things over there, so that was good.
Yeah, but we're really trying to work hard on finding some recyclable, companies that are willing to do that for us. A lot of the municipalities are getting out of the recycling business. It's just very expensive to maintain. And what we found out is that I believe only 5% of our area is not recycling. And that could be because we don't really have a lot of options. So if anybody's interested in starting a recycling business, probably now is the best time to do it. I'm always big on encouraging entrepreneurship. But if you all are interested in building that form of business, I'm just giving you an idea. It'll probably take off.
Right, and we do have a glass recycler right here in District 5, Southern Materials Inc. That's right there on Highway 29. And so if you have any glass recycling, you can take it right there, as we're getting ready to have signs made out of recycled glass. So yes, we want to put it to use. Yes, indeed. So
okay, yes. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Conway.
Mr. Conway, how you doing, sir?
I'm done without a lot of stuff. Didn't hear you all talk about say anything about medical facilities. Right now, we don't have a hospital in South Fulton. I think the closest one to me may be down in Fayetteville, Piedmont. After South Fulton closed up, haven't heard much talk about having some kind of medical facilities in South Fulton.
Mr. Conway, well, one of the things is we need to get issued a certificate of need, which comes from the state. So, and they closed down 10 in the middle of COVID. So 10 hospitals during the middle of COVID. So it's a challenge from the state level. We can definitely carry the conversation to them, but we are trying to work out situations and solutions. But as it stands, there's nothing we can do without that certificate of need. But we can advocate of why we do need it, but particularly in the proximity we are to the next closest hospital, particularly an ER. So, but there's nothing more I can say about that, but we will definitely keep that to the forefront of our mindsets, as we do know that is a need of our community. And
Yeah.
so right.
Some of you young people might even need a hospital, you know what I'm saying? Let me one other thing that I would want you to consider.
Yes, sir.
Did you by any chance see the clarity of those cameras that picked up the beating of Mr. Nichols over in Memphis?
Oh, about the 5 officers. So
the cameras, the community camera. Did you see how clear they was, man?
I have not seen the video, sir. So
okay, I don't know, Ms. Gumbs.
But to your point,
yeah, I've seen the video. The footage is clear. But you know, our officers have the video cameras, and if you ever seen any of our footage, it is extremely clear. So are you thinking that we need to do? I know we need police reform, and I know a lot of the stuff that the state is talking about. City of South Fulton has been very progressive in instituting, especially the no choke polls and all of that. We did that. A part of what is that? The
21st Century Police Plan.
Can't Wait 8, something like that.
Right.
But we've done a lot of those things. We do need to look at other reforms, but our cameras on our police officers are extremely clear, and they have a recording system as well for their cameras. So if it's ever removed off of their body or it falls off, they can't cut it off. It's a number of things that are attached to their cell phones. So we do have the latest technology on that. But if you know of anything else, or you want to, you know, share any other ideas, I'm pretty sure Councilmember Reeves will take that back to the body as far as what else we can do. But our footage is definitely clear.
Oh yeah, no, Ms. Gumbs. He was talking about. See, he was alluding to. He said the community cameras.
Yes, sir.
So I know the community cameras. In other words, the cameras that the community had installed that were up, and the ones on the police are person.
Okay.
Right. So right. That's no worries. And so, Mr. Conway, there's a solution to that. And so, but there's a cost associated with it. But we're going to. My job is fiduciary, so to maximize that with the least amount of funds, but get those same clarity. So,
do y'all have flock cameras?
Yeah, we do have some flock. Some communities do. Let me say that, and they are tied into the police. But we have but to get some installed is I ain't gonna say a challenge, but just got to get over a couple more hurdles to make sure that they can get in. So but it's the funding of it mechanism. So because some have a part of an HOA and some are not a part of one, but it'd be a collective. But I have to wait for that to happen too, Mr. Conway. But it's a process to get going, but it'll be worth it in the end. So, but we can talk more offline about that.
You got a lot of dumping that has started over there on Fairwood, Councilman Reed.
Yeah, why am I not shocked?
And on Buffington Road too.
Why am I not shocked? And so get this, Bright View. Let's go to Public Works so we can put this in C-Click Fix, because as I just osmosis, we already knew this was going to happen. And so
I took pictures.
but those cameras over there, we actually have cameras over there. but we're gonna have one to come in kissing ends, but they don't come coming out. So we need to rectify that because that's just senseless. And so, but Brightview, who is the people responsible under this contract to get that, let's hold their feet to the fire. They said they'll do it. They said they can handle it. So let's ensure we hold them accountable and live it up to their expectations. That's for sure. So did y'all report it in C-Click Fix?
Yes.
Let's do that. And so as and every single time you do it, because I know I do it, I pull over to the side and make sure that I do it. So we own it. So yeah. So we own it.
Can I make a C-Click Fix announcement really quick since you brought that
Yes.
up? So we are trying to make a list of all the potholes or streets that need, not want, but need to be repaved or need to be paving. So we're asking everyone to put it in C-Click Fix and then send an email to us so we can keep a list of where you are saying what needs to be repaired so that the councilman can follow up to make sure that these potholes and streets are getting repaired, because we don't live and go down every street. So we need your help to let us know. Some of you have reached out to us, but we sent a message to all the HOA chairmen. So just let you know, we did send that request last week. So please let us know and make sure you put it in C-Click Fix and let us know that it's in there so that we can follow up on the status.
Right,
Thank
because we actually track from the time it's put into the actual time it's corrected. So that because that's very key data that is need to have. So thank y'all for y'all cooperation in that, and thank you for letting us know where they are doing dumping at. Thank you where we need to put all of the cameras or where our focus need to be, because see the people who dump, I'm with, just extra fines, and so. And let me just put this and piggyback on this, and why I'm gonna double down on why we need sanitation and a one-source sanitation. Really, the city of South Fulton, the young man who was shot over here at Camelot. Well, he was actually over here illegally dumping. Didn't deserve to get shot because there are cameras to deal with that situation. That's just a whole nother deal. But that's one reason why we all need it right here. So I said stand behind it, and I can't wait to we get that service enacted so everybody can have it. Will it curtail illegal dumping? Certainly. Will it eliminate it? No. But, that's why we have people and mechanisms in place to have corrective action immediately as soon as it's reported. So I will say that. Dr. Gumbs, Sister Gumbs, I'm going to say that. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come on this call and let people know about you and what you got going on and in our beautiful city. And don't nothing separate us but trees, and you're free to roam around this ecosystem as you like and as you will, as you're the greatest part of the city of South Fulton. And so you see everything that's going on. And so let's to make moves because we have positive steps going on everywhere. So if this is the place where you want to be, we are definitely making it the place where you want to come.
Thank you so much for having me. I think this is great that you do this every Monday. I'm just excited for you all. And I love to see the participation, all of these 34 individuals that are on here. I hope to see you at some of our events and continue to support the city of South Fulton and Councilman Reeves. So thank you again. Have a great evening. I'm going to go find me something to eat.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see you February the 14th. Who's riding with me? Because we're going over to the ranch. We are going to the
bring
ranch.
all of the features over, all of them.
Absolutely.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night. All right, Mr. Rainey, you have a question?
Yes, I do. Thank you. I wanted to bring up something that people are asking about when it comes to cameras, Brother Reeves.
Yes, sir.
I've been traveling out east. When I say east, out towards Augusta, that area, Fort Gordon, that area out over the last 2-3 weeks doing some projects out there. What I've noticed is that many of those officials out there, when new businesses come or new subdivisions, they are asking that they not only do they have institutions like sidewalks that they demand that they put in, but they're asking that they put at least cameras into the entryway of those subdivisions. Is there any way?
Mr. Rainey, sidebar conversation, because you and I missed a meeting last Thursday, but it was to address this same issue. Oh, no, but see, get this. You already know where I'm going. And
Right.
so, because it's the funding source.
No.
And-
I got you. So the funding, I'm saying, if you are, for example, if I'm a general contractor and I'm trying to build in your city, could you require, just like you would require them to have sidewalks, green space? Could you
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. So
the same with businesses? For example, JJ's just opened up on Old National. Could you require them to have a camera at that location to also have where the police could have access to it?
Sir, not only, absolutely, sir. So thank you, Mr. Rainey, for bringing that up. Because see, I know we're on the same
All day.
thought pattern with that, because there is a way, like I said, but it has to be a sidebar conversation.
No
because,
problem. No problem.
Yeah.
And number two. Okay, so that's a sidebar. Okay, number two.
Right. Because I want to let you know, we are, sir, the technology district, sir.
I got it. That's why I'm asking the questions for a reason.
Okay.
So number two, also the other thing I've seen that's trending, I heard the gentleman talking about hospitals. Let me say that. What I've seen trending, just like those hospitals closed locally, you talked about hospital closed in the metro area. A lot of those rural areas, a lot of hospitals closed. What they are doing now, they are more so dealing with urgent cares. So Piedmont has really bumped up the number of, they don't call them urgent cares out there, they call them prompt care, Piedmont prompt care. So that may be a trend that's pushing more so than your traditional emergency room hospital type situation. So just a note that when you see stuff, a lot of times we get mixed up because we're in our own bubble up here in the metro area. But I'm telling you what I'm seeing out here in these out east, these rural areas, and they're popping up everywhere. And there are Piedmont, Well Care, there are all these different hospital brands and entities that we know, but they're not putting hospitals. I don't know if it's a cost issue or what, but they're calling them urgent cares or prompt cares, and they are then filtering people out to those major other cities where the hospitals are. So I think the days are gone. We're gonna say we want a South Fulton hospital. Those days may be numbered when we get those type of issues.
Right. We have a couple of urgent cares around here as well. And
yeah,
so
but they're not
Piedmont
urgent care. They're not.
No. But they're Grady. But you still have to be a part of Grady. But they still don't take walk-ins neither. So that's the other part. So it's but I know what you're talking about and how that is trending. So we need, because that's why you see the brands, because there's someone in a hospital trying to connect it to it in some way. So I looked at that model as well, but it's still some. It's still some X factors with that.
Oh, I get it. Yes, sir.
Right.
I'm just telling you what they have going on here with the insurance. I'm an insurance broker. So
do you want to go ahead and give a spiel, since you don't already said it, like, how they can contact you if they need some insurance? Because I have insurance, okay? I don't have insurance, I have insurance, okay?
And if you don't have a job, if you don't have, certain types of insurance, that traditional type insurance, please call me, 404-246-9159. So I do provide health insurance as well. So just something to consider. At least you'll know what costs are if you're interested. Insurance isn't free, but it really is affordable, believe it or not.
What about vision? What about vision insurance?
All of that is affordable. It's included. I have
What's
vision.
your number again?
So what we're gonna do is take that conversation offline, okay? Because
yes, sir.
Because he gonna go ahead and sign you up, Jane. Go ahead and sign up for some insurance. Go ahead.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Put it in chat. Put it in chat.
Thank you.
Let
Because
everybody know the name of your business.
Right. And so, but right now, let me just say this, because I am on location and I am at Camelot. And so you hear a lot of stuff that goes on, but we right here. We've always been here, never left. So who I have with me is Tabitha Rowe, and she is the president of the Camelot Condominium Association. And she is recognized by this administration and this city as the president of the Camelot Condominium Association. So what you want to hear about Camelot, what you want to know about Camelot, this is the lady who can let you know and give you information relevant to any of the questions that you may or may not have. But I'm on scene. I came by to visit her. We've been talking about the things that we're going to do to help move Camelot forward. But I'm going to let you speak to her and ask any questions. But first, let me let her introduce herself.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tabitha Rowe. I guess I don't need any further introduction. Corey has taken care of all of that. But just to say a few things, Camelot is in existence and we plan to stay in existence. We want to be a pillar in the community. Reeves has a lot of ideas that we're putting in place, and we want our old Camelot back. And by any means necessary, we're going to get the real Camelot back. Everybody knows at this point that we're plagued with dumpers and squatters. Those are two of our biggest areas, deficient areas. And then, of course, our collections, which is the biggest, plague of all. But we are diligently working. We're looking for help in any way possible, any ideas, any suggestions, fundraisers, anything. We are determined to bring Camelot back and to make this a great place to live. So you will be hearing a lot from me in the next few months. We're going to introduce a few things like different options for home ownership. First of all, we want to kind of get a cap on the things that are plaguing us. But meanwhile, there are options. This is a beautiful place to stay. Not only are they the biggest units in South Fulton, we're 40 acres with a lake, beautiful views, walking trails. We want to get all of that back. We want to, again, revive Camelot and let it thrive. So I'm always open for suggestions. I'm an open book. Anything you need from me, I'll be more than happy to assist you with. We have a lot of nonprofits that are teaming up with us, trying to get some things done. Mr. Reeves, of course, has some ideas and he's helping us with a whole lot. So you will be hearing a lot from Camelot in the near future, but just to know we're coming back. Thank you.
Just think, re-energized, reimagine, repurpose. As she said something about the nonprofits, we don't have no office space for nonprofits who operate right here in our community, who don't like office space. They have office space here. So we're going to do that. Kids Are Essential, a clothing closet for the youth, operated by the youth here. And other things is they're going to be able to have and bring all of the skill sets. And if it takes a village, that means it takes a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. Team wins championships. Collaborations win championships. And understand something, we have enough within our ecosystem to be a village right here. And if it says we have to go after the one lost sheep, you can go after 99 out, the one lost one over there. So it didn't just happen like this. But there's some things that do have to happen and be in place, but we have to do everything in order as we would tend to make this whole, but it's going to be a team effort to get it where it needs to be, because this is one of our most detrimental properties, as this accounts for, and I'll get the accurate number, it accounts for a lot of crime that happens into our city. And crime anywhere is a threat to crime everywhere. So let's run to it. Let's get it resolved. Let's work with the people here and make this happen, because it is not the municipalities that regulate HOAs. It is certainly the state. It is the state. And Old National Highway is a state road. And so, but we have all kind of collaborative solutions that can bring home a championship because we must do all we can. Before we say we dismiss, we must try to retain. So, but she's here. If you have questions, any question, y'all know how we do. The mic is yours. It's open mic. Ask away.
Ms. Tapper, Emmanuel, Old National Merchants. How many units do you currently have that are unoccupied?
Ooh, we have
Well,
about.
Out of a
we
total,
have-
how many do you have total and how many are unoccupied? Let me say that.
So understand when you ask that question, it's kind of a tricky question because a lot of the units are technically still owned by people, but they have just left them, okay? And so I have done an accurate count here lately, and when you say unoccupied, some are occupied by squatters, okay? So we have about anywhere from 45% of the units that are not occupied legally.
Okay. How do
And what
you
was the
address
total?
the squatter? How do you address that squatter situation?
Well, I've been working hand in hand with South Fulton, and we now we started this on last year, and we're trying to just kind of getting it into play. But what we have is a legalized, notarized form provided by South Fulton from the owners of the units, and they have given us permission to go in and rid their unit of squatters. So I often tell people, it's happening, it's coming. So if you are a squatter at Camelot, in the next few weeks, you will be dealt with. So I would suggest that you find housing elsewhere because we have South Fulton behind us. They're going to come into these units, they're going to make arrests, and we're going to make some examples out of people at this point. Same with the dumpers, you know, we do have the flock cameras here, and they have helped a tremendous amount. Okay. So we can see things that people think we can't see. So all of the people that are dumping, we see you, you know, we see you when you swap tags. And it's sad to say, but most of the events that have been happening are from people that don't even live at Camelot. We're definitely in the process of getting the gate up so that can add some, you know, much needed, I don't want to say security, but, you know, some protection, you know, from the outside, because we're plagued from inside and out. And believe it or not, mostly out. Prime example, what just happened a couple of weeks ago. This was not a person that lived at Camelot. He was illegally dumping. And they did not just start during that event. They have been illegally dumping.
Okay. So cool. And Miss Sheila, you're right. Cause see, we're not discussing Camelot. She's here as the duly recognized president of the HOA of the Camelot Condominium Association. And she's just here to say, because how we're just moving, right? We're just forward moving progress. And but we're still addressing the issues in the other communities as well. I just wanted you to hear and put a face with the name. And so, as I just think that is a fair opportunity to hear all sides of the story, because when we move, we're moving. And I would like to take this time to say I'd like to apologize to absolutely nobody, because this is something that is necessary, that has to get done, and we're going to do it. And so, and it may or may not be pretty, but at the same time, it's necessary. And I'm with what's necessary, because that's going to achieve the objective that you have sent me here to do. So
I appreciate that, Bro Reed. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I apologize for misspeaking if I was going overboard. it was just some question.
Not at all.
You're good, because Mr. Raymond, that sidebar conversation is going to tell this too with merchants, because I'm going to need the merchants to step up too and offer some opportunities, employment, career opportunities to the young people here as well. So if we got to get them on the right track, we got to get them on the right track and under the right guidance.
You're right.
And
You're absolutely right.
something. So as it takes a village, then we are a team, and we are the 5th district. So
Ms. Tabitha, I'll be by there hopefully between tomorrow and Thursday and come out and speak to you. personally.
Okay.
So just let you,
Get with Mr. Reeves and get my number. I'm not always on site,
okay,
but I always answer my phone. And at this point, we just want unity back in the community. You
correct.
know, as Mr. Reeves
Correct.
states, it takes a village, and it does. And we're going to turn this place around.
Right. So out of all the issues, I know you may have a lot, but what is the most prominent thing if you could just tackle? What is the number? You know, I know people have their top 3, all that, but what is the most one? What would you say your most prominent thing? Because I know we have a lot of good people on this call. I'm looking at names, Mr. Wise.
1, 2,
everybody
3.
else.
1, 2, 3. Squatting, dumping, collections. Because as the old people say, money makes the mayor trot, okay? We got to get the collections in and get this place where everybody's paying, and then the revenue can uphold what we need to do.
Gotcha.
Because we can actually be self-supportive, but then when other funding comes in throughout the cities, throughout nonprofit, you know, throughout
Right.
everywhere.
Well, we already have 2 nonprofits that I highly recommend. I can probably get 2 offices right here that actually does work in the community and has a track record of doing so. And they're beloved in our community. And so, but we can put them right here. See, there's an opportunity. And those just giving you the cold hard facts.
We are space rich here at Camelot. It's a lot of opportunity here. We have offices. We want to bring this clubhouse, restore it back to what it used to be. We have an indoor swimming pool, we had a pub, a billiards facility, weight rooms. Nobody really understands the magnitude of this place.
We have a whole little entertainment center.
But we're going to try, you know, and again, like I say, we need help. You know, I'm not sitting here painting a pretty picture, but I know that long as you have a foundation to begin with, you can build.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions?
I think Ms. Collins had her hand up for
Go
a minute.
ahead, Ms. Collins. Good to hear from you.
Well, she was there. Hey,
Okay.
what was the total number of units, Councilman, over there at Camelot?
Here's the crazy right here. She said the total number of
A little over 300 units now because, you know, we did lose a building due to fire.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so if there's no more questions, well, we're going to be doing HOA roll call. I can't wait till we get that started up. But I'm rolling to somebody's community next Monday because we're just going to roll to, they don't want to come out, I come to you. You got a clubhouse. Please have some wings after or a hot dog or something. And so, you know, if y'all want us to bring on the grill, we will do that. But whoever wants us to come next, we will go in sequence because I am rolling through our HOAs as I would be doing the call live. So from the community. So then we do the call, and then after I hang around or before too as well. And
may I make a statement?
Ms. Collins,
yes,
you have
please.
the floor anytime to make a statement.
Thank you very much. The statement is, I see Atlanta is returning $10 million in rental assistance. And I know the city of South Fulton had rental assistance to be dispersed.
We're still dispersing ours. We're still dispersing ours. As a matter of fact, since they couldn't use it, I can find, well, I'll put it this way.
20 people over here.
Well, we can give people facts to thrive upon and use all that $10 million. Okay, so understand something. I'm just gonna be quiet on that because see, it's inexcusable. And it has everything to do with the administration of those funds. But we can't do nothing about that.
But the criteria is probably too stringent.
See, it's this what you just said. It's just what you just said.
And also on the urgent care and emergency room, you have to be very careful with that. Urgent care cannot handle emergencies that an emergency room handles.
Right.
And the reason I know is because I have dealt with it. And they are not always open 24 hours a day.
Correct. So that's why I said there was some setbacks to those. Well, he was just merely presenting another option on what he's saying coming down in the rural areas. But for us to have the density that we do have, is, you know, the applicability to that to our community might not be feasible for us or a good fit unless they added services too that would meet that criteria. And I think I don't pretend to know. The subject matter expert was just on. She might have had a better answer for that question, but I know certain things, but not into the details of it. So, but you're right. But thank you for your statement, Ms. Collins. We
And I
appreciate it
need to say
always.
one more thing.
Oh, please say one
Medicare
more
does not,
thing.
Medicare does not pay for ambulance service.
Exactly.
Right. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Jacob Sealing Hand, go ahead, unmute yourself, Chantel, and tell her, because I think this is one of your officers over here as well, so.
And Chantel has definitely been a pillar in the community for Camelot.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Big ups to Chantel, you guys. She has,
Jacob Sealing Hand.
yes, she's been over a couple of times and it has been beautiful every time.
Well, good evening. I just want to say thank you for allowing Jacob Sealing Hands to come and serve the community. And being on the outside looking in, because again, I live in Canton, but I do all of my business or my services in Fulton and South Fulton, in particular South Fulton. And I've got attached to Camelot because, yes, I know there's a lot of politics, a lot of crime that goes on, but at the end of the day, those are residents. Those are people that live there and deserve to be and live in a safe environment. So I come and try to do what I can do to support the needs of the community, which is the food, which is clothing. So whatever Jacob Sealing Hands can do, we will be around to do. So if you need me, you know the number, just please call me. Councilman Reese, thank you for allowing me to come to your district and serve you in the district tab. Again, give me a call whenever you're in need.
Thank you.
Anybody have a bus that they can donate to Jacob Sealing Hand? Because they're looking for a food bus. And so one of the things we talked about, if anybody knows of one, let me know. So we can definitely put that to
I
use.
don't necessarily have a bus, but I do have 4 buses with my daycare that they can use at any time they feel need to.
4 buses? Okay, we get it. So let's make that happen. And
We have
so
quick questions. You
Go
got
ahead.
1 minute. We're gonna wrap this up, so make your questions quick. Go ahead, Ms. Loretta.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I just want to piggyback on the actual speed bumps and back to Corey. I went to talk to Mayor Khalid about actually getting our subdivisions paved. We've been waiting for 2 years to get our subdivision. I'm over at Buffington Park Association, and we have not got our pavement. Everybody else in COVID had theirs done. And for some reason, we were supposed to get on a list by some gentleman by the name of some Spanish guy named Perez or Antonio, whatever his name is.
Antonio
And no one's gotten back to us. And we've been waiting long enough. We've been here almost 20 years. And I think that will make our community start somewhere to get it a little bit beautified. If we at least can get that started, please.
Ms. Loretta, I 100% agree with you. And so what I'm trying to do is to cancel the original way you had to get it. These speed bumps were the requirement, had to get all the signatures and things of that nature. But we're also looking at smart bumps as well. And so as I'm looking to be the beta for those in our areas. And as far as this repaving, that should have been on the spots. There's a list. I'll get the list and see where Buffington Park, I kind of promise y'all was on tier 2, and which that has already been happened. But let me go revisit this list, and I will put your email in the chat or send us an email, and we'll follow up with the actual list of saying that tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and where does Buffington Park sit. I thought that was, maybe I was wrong. Let me just recorrect myself and go look first. And so, but yes, Buffington Park and 3 Lakes. And so,
And
we'll
just go
check
back
on
to
that
your,
for you.
thank you, just real quick.
Give us it by the end of the week, but make sure you send an email because I want that list on where it actually is and then where you are to be on that list and how long is it going to be. So,
Thank you. I'll send you my personals. I'm the president. I need to follow up with this in the next meeting. So I appreciate that.
oh, please join our HOA roundtable as well. We discuss these things. And so as we invite all the leaders and anybody who wants to represent the community to our HOA roundtable so we can get you information. If we don't have it, we will definitely point you in the right direction to where you can get that information. And so we can have follow-up. So
Okay, thank
Wise?
you.
Thank you.
Mr. Wise?
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to put something out there. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to put something out there. I'm originally from Boston, and growing up every summer, what they would do is create jobs for the teenagers or the youth or whatever, giving them something to do. What is the possibility of South Fulton creating something similar, even if we have to get, sponsors from, whatever company may want to sponsor, so we can have the funds to actually pay these kids to do something, find something for them to do to keep them out of trouble during the summertime.
Well, Mr. Wise, you are so wise. And so let me just say this is that we had a whole intern program. We had 5 of them ready to go. We're going to come in and we're going to be able to give them a stipend. Why they hit the brakes? But I live with no brakes. So we just hit the gas and we're going to still just carry on because we're not going to disenfranchise the youth because I'll let the general tell you more about that offline. But we're going to move forward in that direction. And we're also going to be partnering up with people from the Old National Merchants Association, the Old National District. As you know, those are the people who have the organizations with all the business owners, entrepreneurs, and corporations that will employ our youth. And so I like to pair them up with the ecosystem that the youth live within, because I don't want transportation to be a barrier, as they'll be able to walk, ride a bike, sustainable other commute options to be able to go to earn a living. And so, because I do think that is very key. And so, write a proposal. Let's get with the merchants and write a proposal, and I'll bring it to the city, and let's start the partnership. We don't even have to really. I don't think no vote for it. That just takes. Let's just do it, right? And so, it's get it done. That's a community benefits agreement,
right?
From public private partnerships and nonprofits. And so that's exactly what we're doing here. We are just going to achieve the objective. Because see, we don't have way too many conversations. Period. So it's time to execute the X's and O's. So
I have a couple announcements.
Yes, you do. Go ahead.
Alrighty. First off, if you know anyone who wants to get their business plan done, Facts to Thrive is launching their next 7-week business plan class this Wednesday. You can send an email if you want more information about it. It's Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. online. The other thing on Thursday, we are starting the first Senior Tech Connect class here over at Burdette Gym on Thursdays, 9 to 10 a.m. So if you know someone who would like to learn how to use their phone or their the basics of the computer, please let them know. It's a 6-week, 1-hour class. And we also have, I just put the information in the chat, that the new Economic Development Office is opening at the end of this month, and they are doing the ribbon cutting on February 23rd at 11 a.m. But you need to register by the February 10th. So this time next week. If you're not familiar where it is, it's over in the plaza by the shoe store with LA Fitness.
Across the street from the Family Dollar. Right next to the Family Dollar. So.
And our final request, Councilman Reeves is about to start his February and March reading with the kids on Fridays at Fellwood Elementary, and he is looking for dads that are willing to come out, or men who are willing to come out and read to the kids. It shows positivity from the Black man perspective. So if you know any men who would like to come and read to the kids, let us know, because we'll be doing every Friday, 9 to 10 for the month of February and March. And we're also recycling books. So if you know of anyone who has books that they want to donate, please take them up to Burdette or Welcome All or any of the fire stations.
Absolutely. Okay, so absolutely. So we just now leaving camera. So, yeah. Anybody else have anything? Black off the books. We're doing all books now, right? So we just timed in, and so, and also too, there is a conference center coming down to Old National in the medical building. It's going to turn the first floor into an actual, get this, conference room, conference center, not an event center, but actually a conference center set up just like that. And so we have started really, but we are starting in person our author literary series where we find authors who are here local to the region and we go down and we get the books. And so we come down and do a reading, and then, you know, if they're self-published, talk about that. Just kind of get into the whole arts of it, everything that goes with it. I do enjoy reading, actually, and so I enjoy reading to the kids. That's a good joy because they always make me laugh. And but however, if you can join us. And if y'all have anything, let us know. And like I said, we're gonna be doing this Monday nights and going to every community. And so we started here. So whoever want me to come up next, just send us an email and we'll go in rotation. If not, you know, if you see somebody just set up and coming in your community, that'd probably be me if it's a Monday night. So let's roll, because I do think that every community has uniqueness to it, every neighborhood. And we have things that are unique solutions. So I think let's roll with it as a team effort and roll with the best. As I can't wait till this parade comes up over National. This is gonna be awesome. Does anybody know anybody who grows fruit trees? Apples, pears, lemons? Does anybody? Anybody? Good,
Yes,
Chandra, good deal.
yes. There's a gentleman in Noonan that actually sells fruit trees. I'm going to be reaching out to him. Matter of fact, this week. So I will. I'll send an email to you and to Miko regarding what fruit trees he has and the cost of them.
Absolutely. And so that's going to be a part of our giveaway at the Vegan Fest. And so I'm excited. Do we have problems? I just call them hurdles. We get over them one at a time. It just builds strength and endurance, and allows you to practice breath control as we just keep moving forward because we just cannot stop. And so, and I thank each and every one of you for being the greatest part of the city of South Fulton. I literally, honestly believe that. And thank you for taking time out to be engaged. Also, too, you have to Wednesday, send us a headshot if you want to be on the cover. As we're gonna do a thing, but that's past the date. You have to Wednesday to send a headshot. We're gonna put you on the cover of our newsletter as well as we get ready to go to print and do it mailed out. So that is our deadline. And so I would like all my day one, send us a headshot. But if not, we'll catch you on the next one. And any kids who have reached the plateau of getting ready to branch out or go to college and got the money and any highlights that they did and you want to highlight them, send that in too, because we're going to highlight the positivity that we have and the excellence that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bid y'all a good night. Remember, I love you. You can't do anything about it. And say something positive and keep the faith, as this city is definitely on the move because you are the engine that is moving it. So I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Mr. Rainey, we'll talk. All right, y'all have a good night.
All right, good night, everyone, and thank you.
All right.
Good night.